on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Cajun Country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on another team from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Raging Cajuns will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Eagles offense takes the field for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Got him downfield. Still running at the 40. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Eagles. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Louisiana's offense will go to work for the first time. And Jesse, if they have to look to their big tight end in the passing game, that could open the door to some struggles.
I mean, he has to be the go-to because he is their best weapon. This is not a dynamic passing attack with guys on the outside with speed, take the top off the defense, catch posts and goes. A lot of it goes through this tight end. So it's getting to the sticks, working open in zone coverage, being that reliable target for the quarterback. That's going to be important in this one.
No doubt. So that starts with great hands, contested catches, using that big frame to catch those intermediate passes, move the sticks, really be the go-to guy in this offense.
Gets it to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. All right, guys, let's talk Raging Cajuns. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs were out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Not much to gain on a punt, so here they come on 4th and short from the 50. Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Let's see if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Strong. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
That's caught. It's Tamatova. And he'll be brought down.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
And the Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Right on target this time. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. It's a draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain. But you have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play. They just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, and it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw to the quarterback, not rush it. The defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Raging Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. First play of the drive wants to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different... And they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Rides the back on the option to give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Punts it out of the air. That midfielder's got room. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Firing to the right, complete. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's second and long. Wants to throw again. Pulls it in. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Raging Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs. QB draw.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Raging Cajuns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
21, Louisiana, 7.
Out of the end zone. Hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Completes it in the middle. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. The RPO, it's complete.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going for it all. Snatches it on the run. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Amatova. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Snagged out of the air. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time on target. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Wants to throw on first down. The throw. Got his man on the right. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Going to try to get it himself. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. And the Raging Cajuns decide to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Running to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback moving. Rolling right and going deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Motion from the wide receiver. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Hauls it in. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Raging Cajuns line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. It's complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll try to pop the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
And the Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. The quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And
touchdown, Eagles! And the route is on.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Rides to back and leaves it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The give on the option. Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a 1st down at the 44.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the 2nd half.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And it slips just inside that right upright.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here's a heat. That's reeled in. It's Amatova. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Amatova. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. From the gun, the ground game. Got the first down and more. He's loose. Touchdown, Eagles! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. Inside the touchdown, Louisiana. He got a step and just dusted the field.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab inside the 30. Turns it on down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. using the quick game. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Raging Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly. On target to the left. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cajuns.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Georgia Southern, 45. Louisiana, 24.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there.
There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. He lets one fly deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this.
Lofts one deep down the right side. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Under fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. Trying play action, looking to scramble. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Touchdown, Louisiana! Snagged, and the end zone to give them 6.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again.
Here we go.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Unloads it downfield. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man. Makes one man miss. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got his man downfield. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this.
Turning it on. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.